It always seems impossible until it's done. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Money won't create success, the freedom to make it will. As long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest. A good leader can engage in a debate frankly and thoroughly, knowing that in the end he and the other side must be closer, and thus emerge stronger. You don't have that idea when you are arrogant, superficial, and uninformed. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. When the water starts boiling, it is foolish to turn off the heat. Any man or institution that tries to rob me of my dignity will lose. There is no such thing as part freedom. Even if you have a terminal disease, you don't have to sit down and mope. Enjoy life and challenge the illness that you have. Does anybody really think that they didn't get what they had because they didn't have the talent or the strength or the endurance or the commitment? I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal that I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Let freedom reign. The sun never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. No country can really develop unless its citizens are educated. Nonviolence is a good policy when the conditions permit. In countries where innocent people are dying, the leaders are following their blood rather than their brains. There are many people who feel that it is useless and futile to continue talking about peace and non-violence against a government whose only reply is savage attacks on unarmed and defenseless people. Unlike some politicians, I can admit to a mistake. Sometimes, I feel like one who is on the sidelines, who has missed life itself. I dream of the realization of the unity of Africa, whereby its leaders combine in their efforts to solve the problems of this continent. I dream of our vast deserts, of our forests, of all our great wildernesses. I detest racialism, because I regard it as a barbaric thing, whether it comes from a black man or a white man. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. It is better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory when nice things occur. You take the front line when there is danger. Then people will appreciate your leadership. Where globalization means, as it so often does, that the rich and powerful now have new means to further enrich and empower themselves at the cost of the poorer and weaker, we have a responsibility to protest in the name of universal freedom. Our human compassion binds us the one to the other, not in pity or patronizingly, but as human beings who have learned how to turn our common suffering into hope for the future. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination.